championship match.
Football, and it all starts with Fox UFL Friday as the Birmingham Stallions take on the Michigan Panthers at 8 Eastern. Then next Saturday at 6:30, the San Antonio Brahmas take on the St. Louis Battlehawks, the United Football League, next weekend on Fox and FS1.
Looking forward to watching a little of that.
How big the Frozen Four coming to St. Louis in a couple weeks. That's a big deal from college hockey fans.
Right there, the Gary that we've seen throughout.
Best shot of the match.
Yeah. And he's still within 19. That's, you know, hard to believe. He did get a couple of breaks early.
Good tempo.
But this lane here coming up has been his trouble lane, guys. He has yet to strike, and this will be the lane he finishes on. The left.
Really good tempo. Let's go.
It's close.
Oh!
Shot.
Stubborn 7.
Shot. Got a hold on the game. Just get comfortable. Just get comfortable.
I mean, if you're listening to the words he's saying, he's already passed off. If this first game's just a, hey, I know I'm going to be nervous on TD. I'm just going to get dialed in. And I'm going to win the second game.
But this game's not over.
It's not.
He has had a few misses on 7 pins. Not this one.
Stairs. In the 7th.
You think it's a psychological trip to try and take down the intensity and the adrenaline and all the pressure?
Yeah, I think he's trying to talk himself into it.
Oh, 100%. And again, all he has to do is look in front of him to see why this is going to be so difficult. He didn't draw an average opponent. He didn't draw some guy looking for his first or second title. You know, he drew a harder draw as you can get. Simonsen clearly didn't like the shot. Didn't have a reason to.
Simonsen came up.
And
Right
Simonsen's going to finish on that lane. Gary's going to get a chance to step up in the 10th and put a lot of pressure on Simo.
Talked about it throughout the telecast. It's going to come down to execution. You have to make the shots.
Oh,
and he didn't see it coming.
Off the
you could see his body language. The ball got just past the arrows.
And Simon, yep, thank you, Randy. Simonsen still has the edge with a max.
And now he has a high light on that right lane that he's got to finish on. You might wonder why his spare ball looks so dull. Because it slips off when it's got all that polish on it, so he doesn't like having it super shiny.
Yes, that's perfection from Anthony Simonsen. But can he do it a few more times in the 10th?
Yeah, well, I wasn't good footing. I'm almost tempted to just throw the other ball on this lane.
Of course he would, because it's the 10th frame, yeah.
Not afraid.
Let's see what kind of pressure Haines can put on Simonsen.
This could be a $50,000 9th and 10th frame.
When Haines left the washout.
But you can see the lines up there. It got outside of target. I thought it was actually okay, but it did not pick up at all, and that's what you saw Justin have on that lane earlier.
No.
Oh, Haines
not close.
Got a whole game.
That was until that frame.
Count there is a big deal, too. Simon doesn't have it completely dialed in on this right lane, and on the strike, even with the triple in the 10th, Simon's just going to need 9 on 2 shots.
Right. Yeah, so count, kind of a big deal right there. Ball change. Stealth mode. And
Haines came up right
not a
there
very good
to save
result.
7 because
Not a
he
bad
knew those
idea,
strikes.
though, right? To try something a
Not
little
to
bit
beat.
different.
Yeah. Love the
Which
idea
means it's
right
game
until
2.
it leaves a split. Now you get thrown back with another question mark instead of an answer.
Well, if I'm him, I'm going to tear my Achilles getting over to Dino Castillo to talk to him about what do I got to do here? What's your advice, pal? Because you've won some tournaments.
slow hooked it.
Yeah. So he did catch a piece of the free pin, but that was basically another lineup shot.
Yeah. So we will have another game between these two, and that will be it to decide the USBC Masters.
Yes, but what about the outer limits? You don't feel confident with the outer limits?
No, I've been throwing symmetrical stuff the whole time.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah, that's just quick. That's quick.
I think we could freshen up the outer.
Anthony. Boy, he's not making shots on that right lane, you guys.
Go get it. Level.
Well, he's asked for one of his ball reps to go get him something else. So
And it's something my Hall of Fame wife has said many times. When you're throwing shots like this, your body telling you you're not comfortable. You're just not throwing the right thing. So you got to get out of it. You got to get to something different. Really needed to make that though, so he got a free shot. I thought he was going to do it on the first one.
There we
Okay,
go.
we're going to go to a level.
Yeah.
All right, urethane-ish. He's going to try and keep it right in front of him. This should be 2 or 3 right, probably. It's got a lot of surface on it, but I think this will keep it closer to the head pin.
Just going to try to jam it.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
I recall that jam.
What do you think about
Score
that,
was
Mr. Barnes? I think
207,
there's only a few
172.
guys that are not afraid to do that. For all the money. So,
That's a good performance by Simonsen. 1.
One game left
Hope
for
you
the
like and
USBC
subscribe.
Masters Championship.